Nael Chavez of Belts of Honorious, Belts of Honorious, Cage of Athena, joins me live as we talk about this weekend's event that all starts Friday night at the Nutty Brown Cafe, bell time, 6 p.m. He'll be up next. You're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network. I'm Mike Allen, and this is On the Air.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Introducing Fast Locksmith, a locally owned mobile locksmith service providing 24 hours assistance in the Washington, D.C. area. We have very affordable prices and our customer service is amazing. Our service includes house, commercial property, office, automotive lockouts, safes, and more. Call today to get a quote at 888-959-8984 or visit us online at fastlocksmithdc.com. That's fastlocksmithdc.com.
The high cost of cable TV has led many people to wonder whether there's a better way to get access to the best HD programming. Driven Communications is a national satellite retailer that makes it easy to switch over to satellite from cable as quickly and inexpensively as possible. For a free limited-time consultation on how we can address all your HD needs, call us today at 1-800-686-5984. That's 1-800-686-5984.
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
You want to lose weight, gain energy and performance, age more youthfully, or enhance your skin at the cellular level? Then Isogenics is for you. Simply take a portion of your grocery budget and put it towards your health. I understand life gets busy, but there is no better time to pursue your health goals than with Isogenics today. Barry Oxford would like to set up an appointment with you to answer any questions and help you better understand why Isogenics and why now. Please visit his website at www.barryoxford.isogenics.com. That's BARRYOXFORD.ISAGENIX.com to either buy products or sign up. Save 33% if you act right now. This message brought to you by Barry Oxford, your Isogenics independent associate.
Get the most out of your productions by getting your music mixed and mastered by Subtrash Studios. We only use professional-grade equipment to ensure your songs sound the best it can. Come see how we can help at subtrashstudios.com. That's subtrashstudios.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mike Allen, and you are on the air. Tonight, we have with us in studio two of the people responsible for the big event that's coming up this weekend. It's going to be Belts of Honorious, Cage of Athena, 20 amateur MMA matches down at the Nutty Brown Cafe in South Austin. Go to Cage of Athena, or go to Belts of Honorious on Facebook. Hit the link for Cage of Athena. Click that you're going. Get your tickets at cagetix.com. I don't know if they have any left. It's always sold out, but they're only $15. Come on down and check it out. Joining me now on the Glass-Tex Celebrity Hotline, please welcome Nael Chavez and Max Madina.
How are you doing tonight?
How are you guys doing?
Great.
Well, welcome to the show. Again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need to do this more often.
Well, absolutely.
No, I'm talking about the events. We need to do the events more often.
I'm doing them every 2 months, man. I'm trying to get a breather.
Right.
I know a lot of work goes into it. I know you guys have been going neck and neck. Tickets are just flying out of the... Are there any left? I mean, are we going to have to try to do something special at the gate for people, or what are we doing here?
I think we will have tickets. We had usually our first... I mean, maybe it's just me being too... I've been spoiled, we've gotten a lot of love from the people. Our first event, we sold out the first two days. So, I was a little bit, this last event we're throwing, we haven't sold out yet, but I'm thinking by tonight, by the end of tonight, God willing, or by tomorrow, we should be sold out, God willing. I'm keeping hoping, there's a couple of things that's been happening in Austin that changes the way people look at Austin's a tough market, but anyway, we're super excited about this fight. We have the people's support. We have a lot of love from the community, so we're super happy about that.
Well, this is a bigger venue than we're used to. You used to be at the, talking to Nael Chavez, the promoter, Belts of Honorious. You guys started out in the South Austin gym, which could hold about, 1,000 people?
Yeah, we actually started at Elite Gym, which is held about 700 people. And we had the fire marshal in there kicking people out. And I was just like, every time I'd see that, I was just like, man, that's insane. Like that's a promoter's dream,
Yeah.
Like,
when people are asked to leave because there's too many.
Right, it's a nightmare too. But because you're seeing all that money go away, and turning people away. I had people that I knew that were my friends, and I was like, they were like, yeah, we were outside. They wouldn't let us in. I was just like, forget this, man. And we did 2 events there at Elite Austin. Good people. They helped us, launched us, and I was surrounded by a lot of amazing people that helped me. Amazing pro fighters, and just local community has always been supportive of me. And then we grew, and I said I'm going to do a little bit of a bigger gym, so we did South Austin Gym, and it was too full, too crazy, man. It was just like the people wanted more, and it was time, and I was going to do it again, and this opportunity opened up with the Nutty Brown, and it was incredible. I mean, it was, we did this on February. Right, which was some of the coldest time of the year, and everyone showed up. we had some heaters. It was still kind of cold, but people showed up, and we sold out. Everyone was happy, and I'm super proud of what we're doing, and and I'm very grateful of the community and of all the people that surround me. This is the second event that Mad Max and her team are going to help us out and be involved in it, and I'm excited to have her on board. And a lot of times with these people that help me out, they really don't make money. It's a love for the sport. It's a love for helping people. And networking, and I'm extremely grateful, for everyone involved.
Well, this time,
a lot of money.
This time, I heard we've got radio ads going. The posters are up all over the place. I actually ran into a few posters in North Austin when I was out and about doing my work. So the word's getting out, and it's all over Facebook. It's all over Twitter. I'm seeing a lot of networking going on. A lot of the fighters talking about it, forwarding stuff, and when you get that kind of buzz about an event, you can't. We call it moving the fishbowl. We're getting a bigger fishbowl.
You're right.
Getting a bigger fishbowl. We got a big fishbowl. This thing's got the first one sold out. This one will sell out, and then we're going to be too big for Nutty Brown. We got to start. I'm excited about the next step. Where do we go from here?
Well, I'm very conservative. I'm a very conservative person, and I'm going to stick there for a while. I'm not going to. My goal is to do a pro event. I can't be doing enough. I can't continue on. Building amateurs, and there's no pro events in Austin. It's ridiculous that we don't have any solid pro events here in Austin. And the people that are doing them are too flaky. It's just we need to have that here in Austin. We have a lot of great talent. You just saw we got great talent in Texas. And this is the capital. We just need to have some good promoters that are willing to put in the money. The reality is to throw a show costs a lot of money, and you can't cancel shows. You got to put the money, and you got to invest. And that's what it comes to. You can't work backwards. You got to do the things right. You got to pay it and do it. And then that's what I do. I invest in the advertising because I get the word out. I make sure people get paid, and I make sure things get done. I'm not. Nobody. No, I got a lot of haters, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, and then a lot of people don't like the way I do things, but you know what, it works.
Well, it works, and it gets people excited. It gets people out to the event. It's the funnest event that I've worked, especially in this job, doing what I do.
Thank you, brother.
I'm kind of doing what I do, ring announcing. We're the kind of the vagabonds of this business.
Yes.
We're a dime a dozen, and we move around from promotion to promotion. And I was told when I got into this, when you find a promotion that's doing it right, you hook your wagon to it and you ride it, and you keep going, and you help that promotion as much as you can to make it better. And when it gets better, you get better. And I think you and I were tweeting back and forth or talking back and forth. A rising tide rises all ships.
Yes. But also to add to that, everyone is very important, brother. I started off with people that I've had networks. The first event that I threw, I was working with a guy that I knew for the last 6 years, and he helped me out do the announcing before you, and it was just like the timing was right, and everyone that works with me and the time that works with me, it's like the alignment of everyone is important. Like your background, you used to be a police officer, you used to serve the people, and now you're serving. Like I could never in a million years do what you do. You know what I mean? And I could never in a million years do what other like what Max is doing, or so everyone is so important to me. Like so important to me, and I know people talk a lot of shit about me, and they might say whatever, but everyone is important, and I might not, even the fighters, a lot of them get pissed off because I don't allow the fight to go through, but I'm not gonna. At the end of the day, to me, I'm thinking, is this kid gonna get hurt? Is this kid gonna end up in the hospital? And I just have to make some decisions that because they're important. It's not just about, just throwing a barnyard fight. But to add to that is, no, you're not. To me, you're very important, man. And I know you know, it might seem like that, you know, the people say, but honestly, what you do is amazing, dude. And I'm extremely grateful. And I'm extremely grateful for anyone that's ever worked with me.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, to me, it's a great seat, and all I have to do is talk a little bit.
Thank you, man. I love it. I love it.
At the end of the day, I can go out to dinner afterwards, you know?
Yes. You know, it's been a crazy ride. These throwing fights is insane, man. It's I'll tell you what, one of the toughest things people want. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to be a promoter, and not anybody can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, and I appreciate that. And, you know, you can't just, you know, what a lot of people do is they don't put the time and effort into, promoting. And that's what a promoter is. That's what promoters do. And the biggest problems I've seen with some of the promotions I've been affiliated with is the ones that actually take that word promotion or promoter, and then they go out and they live it. And you know, a lot of promoters, they look at it as a title, and then they want everything done. But if you're the promoter, you know, Don King went out and beat the streets. He went out and shook hands. He went out and met people. He went out and met companies. He promoted.
Yeah.
He was a promoter.
Yeah. I've met a lot of promoters that do a lot of hard work, man. And if I could put it in a nutshell, is it takes courage to make shit happen, man. I've had people that, you know, that call me on a 3 days notice telling me, hey, you know, I'm scared to fight, you know, or the day, you know, I'm not going to fight, you know, I'm having personal problems, and, you know, and you have to try to make miracles, man. I mean, you literally have to, you know, get on the phone, you know, your entire day stops as a promoter. Your entire day stops because somebody didn't have the balls to step up to what they signed up for, you know, and you have to track down people. I mean, it's just like it just to do what's right for the other fighter, dude. Like, I mean, you know, because as a fighter myself, I fought 2 weeks ago. You know, I'm still in the amateur circuit. By the way, if you're a pro fighter and you want to call me out, get this, and you're listening, I'm an amateur. I'm not pro, so quit calling me out. And if you're an amateur, contact a matchmaker, somebody. I don't make the decisions, retards. Anyways, I get so many people calling me out. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Well, you know, if they're not talking about you, you're not doing anything. One of the things I've learned just from being in entertainment, people that say good stuff, people that say bad stuff, at least somebody's saying something. So you can, you know, the good stuff that's said about you, there's no such thing as bad publicity as long as you're being talked about. So I'm tired. My day started today at 5 in the morning. I'm being a pansy here, crying. No, not at all. Talking to Nael Chavez, promoter of Belts of Honorious, Cage of Athena coming up this Friday. If you'd like to tweet a question in, we haven't got our phone lines up yet, but we're working on that. That's going to be coming here real soon. You'll be able to call in. But for now, I got Twitter, there you go. At Mike Allen Sports, hashtag that bad boy, Armed Radio, and Belts of Honorious, and we'll have all your questions right here live on the show. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, more with Nael Chavez of Belts of Honorious and his number one vice commander, Max Madina, and we'll talk to her because she's been sitting there very patiently. And if you know Max, she is a ball of fire.
She's gone crazy.
She is a ball of fire, and she will not be contained. And we'll be back and talk to them right here after these messages. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air. Building, expanding, or remodeling, The name in site work is Savino Contracting, experts in demolition, excavation, sewer and septic tank installation, and site prep. Get in touch on Twitter at Savino Contract or call 508-989-0960 or email to evsavino@yahoo.com. Savino Contracting has what it takes to get the job done.
Do you want to be healthy, happy, and fit? Are you tired of being tired and looking to improve your lifestyle? Well, Fitvation.com is for you. It's a site full of useful tips and articles about fitness, health, and beauty for both men and women. They also do some really useful equipment reviews. So no matter what you need to boost your fitness, Fitvation's got it. Check it out, because you matter.
Hey you, sitting in front of your computer dreaming that you can be paid to play games. Now it's possible. Start making money today playing new video games. How would you like to sit in the comfort of your own home, play and test games, eat pizza, drink soda, and get a nice big fat paycheck at the end of the month? This is a perfect opportunity for gamers, students, or someone that just doesn't have the time to commute to a dead-end part-time job, or for anyone who wants to sit in their pajamas and work from home. Join now, risk-free. Start your 7-day trial today at www.gamingjobsonline.com. That's www.gamingjobsonline.com. Game now.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell, so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Wow, that tiger lily on your shoulder has amazing colors.
Thanks. I just got this tattoo a week ago.
What? No way. That tattoo looks totally healed. My tattoos never looked that great after a week. What did you use on it?
It's not what I used on it, it's what I used in it.
Now you're just making fun of me. What do you mean in it?
Tattoo Rick told me that it's not only what you put on your tattoos, it's what you put in your body that also affects your tattoos.
Great. Another thing I have to change about my diet.
No, nothing like that. I take the tattoo pill.
Really? There's a pill for tattoos?
Yeah, it's called a tattoo pill. It's packed with 30 vitamins and minerals that your body needs to help operate at ideal level. It helps me before, during, and after my tattoo. Great thing is, it's made here in the United States from all natural ingredients. And for people like me that are vegetarians, the tattoo pill comes in a veggie capsule and is gluten-free.
Okay, you got me. Where do I get this tattoo pill?
TheTattooPill.com.
TheTattooPill.com?
Yes, all one word, TheTattooPill.com.
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on ARM Radio, home of the big guns.
Welcome back. We are live on the GlassTex Celebrity Hotline, speaking with Nael Chavez, who is the promoter of Belts of Honorious. Big event coming up this weekend. Bell time will be at 6 p.m. We'll be at the Nutty Brown Cafe, South Austin. Go to Belts of Honorious on Facebook. Follow the link to Cage of Athena. We're going to have almost 20 MMA fights, amateur MMA fights, and it's going to be sold out. I mean, the place is going to be packed, wall-to-wall people. You don't want to miss it. It's a great time and great fights and a lot of great fighters. Also with us is Max Madina, who is helping Nael out, and she is the What would you say? Now you're the head, and she's the neck that turns the head. Is that kind of?
No, that is incorrect.
That would be Amy's job.
Oh, that'd be Amy. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm talking about in the thing. Oh, and Amy, look.
You're trying to get me killed right here.
Okay.
Mike, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm gonna have to be sleeping in your couch tonight. No, I'm just kidding. No, me and Max have been working together since. Man, I used to run a couple companies. She did too in Dallas, and we used to work together. She's a marketing guru. Has clients like GMC, Big Red, Toyota. But I mean, the lady knows what she's doing. She's an awesome person. She's been a friend, and she's just been helping us out. Just giving me tips and putting us in contact with Adidas and with a bunch of other people because she wants us to grow. And the reality is that without money, it's kind of hard to do the sport. So she's an amazing friend, and she's just putting the dots together. I've been a one-man show, and it's tough, man. A lot of things that people don't know is I run a nonprofit. People mostly know only 5% of what I do. I also have a business that I run on my own to pay my bills, and there's a lot of things I do, including my hobby, fighting. But let's talk about the fights.
Yeah. Well, the one fight that I'm excited about is not only do you have the ferocious one, Fatima Mallet, coming back 3-0. She has hit the scene and she's setting the world on fire. But now, correct me if I'm wrong, is her better half also entering the ring on Friday night? Is that true?
Well, her husband is going to be fighting. She's not fighting on our card. She just fought, and she just fought in the same card I fought 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, in San Antonio.
She fought. So that would be really soon. And these guys have little kids, man, like 5-6 years old.
Oh, I know.
And both of them are out there fighting, man. It's nuts. It's awesome. I love it. I wish somebody would do a story on them or something. That's freaking crazy. Should they post stuff like about them beating up on each other and training and stuff?
It's the only way they can get away with it.
Oh man, no, but.
She's not fighting, and he is this time. So they're swapping out.
No, look, man. I wanted to talk about the fights. We're having. We started out with 16 matched up fights, and the thing is, amateur fights. You're dealing with amateurs, and a lot of times you're dealing with camps that are very undisciplined, and that just happens. It's part of the game, and you're going to have injuries. It's just part of it. And a good promoter. You gotta have enough fights to give the fans. So I started with 16 bouts. I'm down to 10 as of tonight.
Okay.
So it's still a good event. It's gonna be a good fight. And I'm excited about it. Pisses me off, but let's move along. Let's move along because I don't want to stay there. We have a good show. We got some good fights. Let's talk about, Jason the Monster Mallet is the husband of Fatima Mallet. And one of the things that I love are people. I'm about people. So that's why I put him on the commercial. Him and his opponent, that is Steve the Madman Cordell. And Steve has fought for me before, and he's also an infantryman. I'm a veteran. Also an infantryman myself, and I just love the way he is. I love both these guys, man. So I'm about. They're both family men. They both have a teen. Steve has a teenager. They're just good people, man. Straight up disciplined fighters. Great camp. Steve Madman Cordell his instructor's Honey List, an amazing black belt, and so is King Webb. He's an amazing. Black belt and also a Marine, and just good people, man. Good teams. It's going to be a good fight, and I'm excited to watch that fight. We have our main event is BB Lace. She is a Muay Thai fighter. This lady. So her nickname is Kill Her B, and both her and her opponent. If you look at their pictures, they're disciplined. They're very focused ladies. You can see that just in the picture. The camps that they both come from are solid camps. Her opponent of BB Lace is also, well, let me back up because you're not seeing the picture, but well, radio, great.
A radio visual, we call that.
No, Baby Lace is mostly a Muay Thai, but all-around fighter. 4 ounces her camp. You know, I can't give too much information because remember these fighters are probably listening. But both females are ready. They're matched up. Angel Jones, she's a solid fighter, and she's also very experienced, like her opponent. So we're going to see as our main event a good fight. And I'm really excited about that. What's interesting is that, you know, like I said, BB Lace, her bouts that she had before got canceled all the time. The promotions that were going to put her on got canceled, stupid stuff like that. And I'm just really proud and happy to find her a good opponent, solid opponent that's not going to bail out. I've been checking every week on both of them. Their coaches check with me every week. And it's a fight. It's going to happen. They're our main event. It's going to be badass. And really, honestly, I named it Cage of Athena because I really admire female fighters. I believe that not only are they, some of them are mothers, wives, and just the intensity that they put in some of these fights is just incredible. And I wanted to honor, you know, the fight by naming it the Cage of Athena. And be able to recognize some of these female fighters, you know. We had some female fighters that were on our card that it's a crime that they're not fighting. They're so amazing, and they're just opponents bailed out and wimped out on them, and it's just a shame. Or some of them had injuries, and it's just a shame. But anyway, our other female fighter is Stephanie Bilderback. She's a veteran also of the armed forces, strong girl. Strong camp from San Antonio. Her opponent is Tamika Jones, an amazing wrestler, and she's also very strong, very sweet girl. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Tamika Jones! Happy birthday! So they're fighting, and they're both amazing ladies. You know, Stephanie, her husband is Stephanie Bilderback. Her husband's also a fighter, which is really cool. Great camps, both of them. You know, great people. Tommy Alcazar has a bunch of fighters all the time, and great people that are coming out to compete. I'm actually going to be heading out to. They're waiting for me at the Nutty Brown. I've been up and down all day, but so I'm going to finish up on the card, not give too many details, but just kind of go through it real quick and be able to talk about what to expect. But my main focus that I wanted to tell people, because I said I was going to tell them what the event is going to be about. Well, this time around, this is my 5th event, I'm going to focus on entertainment. I'm going to focus on you having an amazing time. That when you walk in there, I know already that you're going to enjoy it. You know, everyone that goes to our fights are like, wow, this was amazing. But I'm gonna step it up a notch. It's going to be even better. And that's why I've joined forces with Max, and I'm actually really excited about the card. I'm just, like I said, on work mode, on machine mode, right? We're starting with Chase Cosart. He's a really cool kid, really awesome. He's fighting Manuel Corral, a boxer wrestler versus a boxer. Awesome match. Chase is a local Austinite. He's going to be fighting against Manuel Corral from Dallas, Texas. Jeremiah Dawson. He's also a local here in Austin. He's a wrestler as well. He's going to be fighting Alan Ibarra, which is a Muay Thai boxer also. So you match make these people. You're trying to set up a good fight. And it's Austin versus Dallas also, or Irvine actually. We got Kevin Morin. He's always a favorite. He's a local from around here, from San Marcos. A great kid. He's also champion of one of my trophy belts. He's fighting against Federico Oliveira. The Ninja is his name, and he's really cool. Really cool guy. You know, same built as Kevin Morin, but just quick. You know, his name is the Ninja. You can expect a cool cat. and I foresee that to be an amazing fight.
Just to break in here real quick, we are talking to Nael Chavez, the promoter of Belts of Honorious. We're going through the fight card right now. This is the top amateur MMA event in the area. I don't know anyone that comes close. If you'd like to tweet, if you fighters, I know you're out there listening. We got a lot of folks listening. If you'd like to send us a tweet, make a comment, ask a question, you can tweet us at Mike Allen Sports, hashtag it Armed Radio. And so who else we got on the card now?
So we have Matthew Pena. He's a really cool guy, man. His coach is Nick Juarez, and he has a really cool style of training against Sam Jones, a very cool instructor too, a very amazing guy. Sean Cooper is his coach. Just good people, man. I really see when I'm matchmaking, I look at the coaches, I talk to the coaches, I love meeting the coaches because then I know what to expect, and it makes my job so much easier, man.
Now, one of the things you look out for. Obviously, you want to match up fighters of equal styles, of equal experience,
always.
Or you want to equal size, of course, size and weight. They're fighting by weight. Have you ever turned down a fighter? Has anybody shown up and says, "Hey, I just want to try this thing"? And I mean, what kind of interview? If somebody's listening out there right now and wants to fight for you, what would be some of the questions you ask to kind of get a feel for this guy, to see if you're not putting some guy that just came off the street and watched UFC, decides he wants to do this with no training or no nothing? I mean, what are some of the criteria you're looking for?
Wow, I don't know if I want to answer that because I'm tired. I might say something stupid. And I'm also trying to be Christian. Easter's coming around, so.
Well, obviously people have dreams, and from what I know of you, if somebody comes up to you and they're not quite ready, but they want to do it, but they come up to you and say, "Hey, I want to fight on your card." Obviously you're gonna vet him out. You're gonna find out where he's at mentally, where he's at physically, and where he's at training wise. And then I guess what I envisioned you would do is say, "Look, if you really want to do this, this is what you need to do, and the steps you need to take to make it to this point after you figured out where he's at." So, what kind of questions, what kind of things are you looking for in somebody? What are you asking them?
So first thing is, a promoter is not going to ask you, Jack. You're asking the wrong person that you want to fight. You go ask your coach. And if your coach thinks you're ready to fight, he'll probably be the one contacting me.
Okay.
If you contacted me because you're a badass and you're just frustrated and you want to fight and you think you're all that, then come talk to me. Let me see your record. Let me see what you're doing. But I'm going to ask you for a coach. The state of Texas requires you to have a coach.
That's okay.
Now,
yep. That's what I'm looking for.
No, there's very strict guidelines. You gotta have, you can't just say I want to fight, And the bottom line is, I'm looking for people that are ready to throw down. But don't be saying you want to throw down and you can't even run a mile, dude. This is not for the weak of heart. You're going to get yourself killed. You're going to waste people's time. It costs, thousands of dollars to throw a fight. There's no way I'm putting you on for you to last for 10 seconds.
Yeah, people may not realize this. I get this all the time, too, and just from being in law enforcement and being I wrestled back in high school. At any time you're in a physical one-on-one match, 3 minutes is a lifetime. It is forever. You get going, and it's time slows down, and you're holding on for dear. And a lot of you guys, a lot of folks out there might think, well, it's only 3 minutes. I can last for 3 minutes.
So let me tell you something.
It's totally different than jogging for 3 minutes or walking for 3 minutes. This is every muscle in your body is being used intensely for 3 minutes, and it's a long time when you're in that ring.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about if you want to be a fighter. Let me tell you about our next card, our next event, next person fighting up. We got Gabriel Rodriguez, okay? His daughter is in the hospital right now, having to go through leukemia stuff, man. The guy's nonstop showing up to training, 3 times a day, 2 times a day, training, nonstop working, supplying for his family. His opponent, Lise Carter's a drill sergeant in the U.S. Army. He's hustling, working, training, has a family, man. I mean, don't come up here and say, I watch the UFC and I want to fight. These guys are putting their whole life on the line for the last 3 months, dude, for a dream. And they have jobs. They're both family, man. They're both trying to support their households, and they're warriors, man. And on Friday, they're going to put everything, all their heart into the cage. It's not a game. They're athletes. And it's a lot of dedication, man. These guys are changing their eating habits. I mean, they're just trying to, so much sweat, blood, and tears, man. So much sweat, blood, and tears for a dream. The impossible dream, dude. And I mean, I admire them. I admire them and respect them so much, man. And I get so pissed off when people just freaking bail out because, they're scared. Get the man. Next person we got.
No.
Well, to kind of
on the corner.
We have Jeff Frost. Lord help me. Jeff Frost is our heavyweight. We're talking about the card. Jeff Frost is a heavyweight fighting against Matt Alonso, another heavyweight. Both of them amazing coaches. One of them trains with Matt Alonso's coach is a Johnny Bedford who just fought in the UFC. Who I'd say he won this last fight. He did amazing. And Jeff Frost has a huge following as well. And his coach is Sean Cooper. Amazing guy, amazing person. We have a great card. Like I said, we got amazing fights. I got to go before this event is over here at the Nutty Brown. You don't want to miss it. All these fights are going to be awesome. The entertainment's going to be awesome. We're going to have the beginning of the event. We have a beautiful demo. We're celebrating our anniversary for our nonprofit, 6 years. Our nonprofit benefits youth at risk. Let me tell you real quick this, and then I'll go. I was born into. Are you still there?
Yep, we're still here listening.
Okay, my name is Nael Chavez. I'm the promoter of Enlightened Warriors. I was born to a very wealthy family. Bad things happen, and when I say bad things, you can imagine the worst. And one thing that I experienced when I was a young teenager is the love of what I experienced was Christ, or the love of God. And what doctors told me, well, what you experienced during torture and abuse was like your morphine, like kicking in, like if that's what you were feeling. And I said, no, it's not what I was feeling, because when I pray and when I talk to God, I feel that warmth and that peace in my life. So I went through. I loved God so much that I went to college, and I went to seminary, and I became an ordained minister, and I learned all these things, but I never fit in because I always loved to fight. I did a lot of things that are not, you'll never understand them, and I'm not going to explain them or go into details, but I just did a lot of bad things. Or things that just people will never understand. The point was I never fit in, and 6 years ago, 2008, I was able to start helping children, and actually 8 years ago, I was working at a hospital in Mexico, visiting every year and just ministering to kids and so forth, and being involved with teenagers. And that's where my heart is, because I feel like I've now become where, or all I'm telling them is that, God loves you and He cares about you just the way you are. You could be the worst person in the world, and whatever God is, He is love, and He loves you just the way you are. And that's why I teach and preach, and I help about 1,500 kids per year. I've had chapters in about 8 different public schools in Austin, Texas. Now we're down to 4, and what I'm trying to do is through martial arts, through MMA, kind of share a message of hope. You know, we live in a world where people are, you know, they give up hope. And especially to me, I don't care as much as adults. I don't care so much. You know, I'm invited to speak at different seminars. I speak about once every a month at least at different places. I just got back from Mexico actually today. I got from Mexico today, but I was speaking yesterday.
Hey, now I want to talk about Enlightened Warriors. Can you stick around for another segment? I got to cut for commercial. We're running a little bit late into this break.
Okay. Okay, man.
All right, we're going to cut We're going to cut for a break and then welcome back Nael Chavez, the promoter of Belts of Honorious. Big event this Friday. This Friday night. The bell time is 6 p.m. It's at the Nutty Brown Cafe. Tickets are available at cagetix.net. Do not wait, because they're going to sell out fast. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Global Network. You are on the air.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Introducing Fast Locksmith, a locally owned mobile locksmith service providing 24 hours assistance in the Washington, D.C. area. We have very affordable prices and our customer service is amazing. Our service includes house, commercial property, office, automotive lockouts, safes, and more. Call today to get a quote at 888-959-8984 or visit us online at fastlocksmithdc.com. That's fastlocksmithdc.com.
The high cost of cable TV has led many people to wonder whether there's a better way to get access to the best HD programming. Driven Communications is a national satellite retailer that makes it easy to switch over to satellite from cable as quickly and inexpensively as possible. For a free limited-time consultation on how we can address all your HD needs, call us today at 1-800-686-5984. That's 1-800-686-5984.
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Want to lose weight, gain energy and performance, age more youthfully, or enhance your skin at the cellular level? Then Isogenics is for you. Simply take a portion of your grocery budget and put it towards your health. I understand life gets busy, but there is no better time to pursue your health goals than with Isogenics today. Barry Oxford would like to set up an appointment with you to answer any questions and help you better understand why Isogenics and why now. Please visit his website at www.barryoxford.isogenics.com. That's BARRYOXFORD.ISAGENIX.com to either buy products or sign up. Save 33% if you act right now. This message brought to you by Barry Oxford, your Isogenics independent associate.
Get the most out of your productions by getting your music mixed and mastered by Subtrash Studios. We only use professional-grade equipment to ensure your songs sound the best it can. Come see how we can help at subtrashstudios.com. That's subtrashstudios.com.
This is Jason Merrill from the John and Jay Show every Tuesday nights at 11 Eastern on Live 365 Radio, home of the big guns.
All right, welcome back, folks. Nael had to leave us. He's on his way down to the Nutty Brown. It's almost 11 o'clock down here. We got our weigh-ins tomorrow at 5 p.m. For those of you listening locally, if you'd like to come to the weigh-ins, they are open to the public. You can go see the fighters weigh in and take a sneak peek at the card. And then bell time, again, is Friday, 6 p.m., Nutty Brown Cafe. You can find them on Facebook to get directions. It's down Old Highway 290 south of Austin. And I just want to remind you guys real quick, here on the Armed Radio Global Network, we have a lot of fun shows, a lot of good talk shows, a variety of different topics all week long. Monday morning, I start out 6 a.m. in the morning with Monday Morning Brew, then Afternoon Bites with Tattoo Rick. My show is at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tattoo Rick comes on at noon Central Time. Then Matt Hazley rounds out our Monday with Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. He comes on at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday, Talk Time with Val Neesma starts at 7 p.m. Then the brand new John and Jay Show comes on at 10 p.m. Eastern. Then we move on to Wednesday on the air with Mike Allen. You're listening to me right now, so you know I'm here. I'll be here next week, too. Come on back and see me. That's 10 p.m. Central, 11 o'clock Eastern, and only 8 o'clock out on the West Coast. You guys, there's no excuse for you guys not to listen. That's way early. All my hardcore listeners are on the East Coast. What's up with that? Thursday night, Talk Time with Val Neesma starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Night Talk with Joe Rocks at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Then Friday, Matt rounds it all out with Straight Talk again at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we got a lot of more shows coming. So we're going to be all over the board, different topics, whatever your taste is. We've got a talk show for it. Plus, in between time, we're running the greatest hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So you can even pipe it up in your office. Have that background music going. Well, welcome back to the show for a real quick segment. The heart and soul of the marketing department for Belts of Honorious. I don't think she sleeps. I don't know. She might be a vampire. She works so hard.
My hours are definitely odd.
Max Madina. Tell us about some of the folks. Well, tell us about what Nael's doing. I know you've worked with him, and I actually went and donated some money to his cause. It's called Enlightened Warriors. And what? Tell us a little about that. I know Nael had to leave. He had to go down. He's still working. God, that guy's...
Yeah, he sure is. He's been up since 5 this morning. Yeah.
Man, I hope he's taking his Red Bull so he stays awake. So tell us about some of the sponsors that we have.
Well, for Enlightened Warriors, which is, where Nael was saying his heart is with everything that he does, and one of the reasons why I like working with him, it's just because, being able to be a part of something that's bigger than ourselves. He puts on Enlightened Warriors is for at-risk youth in the Austin area, and I know that we work, with some gyms also in the Fort Worth area. But basically, they're sponsoring gyms locally that, in conjunction with some of the public schools, are able to go to these summer camp programs where they're able to work on just working with the kids. They get to learn the sport, boxing, jiu-jitsu, different types of sports, for each camp, depending on which one they want to go to. But it's really a time for him to be able to, and the team to be able to really pour into these kids.
Now, these are kids that are coming from in depressed parts of the city, maybe come from a one-parent family. Maybe one parent has been incarcerated, they're just kind of having a tough time. And,
Exactly.
and what Enlightened Warriors does, and any combative sport or any one-on-one sport that I know of, especially wrestling and mixed martial arts and boxing, it's teaches determination, discipline, and the guys that. And from what I understand, the boxers and the MMA fighters and the wrestlers are not your kids that are getting in fights in school.
Right.
They're usually the ones stepping up and defending the little guy because of the discipline that they have. So that's instilling some good character.
Right. And it's just really it's really amazing to see the transformation or the effect that it has with them. It's almost like creating a whole nother family during those times when we're together at those camps. But more than anything, I know it leaves an amazing impression on them in their lives. Our last fight that we had in February, we even brought in groups of teens, and we had a sponsoring limousine company out of Waco that went through to the public schools. When school let out, and we picked up a full limo full of kids and brought them down to the fights to, enjoy that for the weekends. They helped out. They volunteered, with breaking down the equipment and the chairs afterwards. But then they got to spend some time with our life coach one-on-one. So it was really awesome.
Now, those were that was that group that had the white hats, the hat?
Yes, they had all those.
That was really cool.
LED hats.
You could see them all. You could see them all over the place. That was really cool.
So, as far as our sponsors go, did you want me to go into those now?
Well, we're heading up into our hard break at the top of the hour. I want to give our sponsors enough. I want to give them some time because, as a private business owner or as a business owner, when you give money to organizations like Enlightened Warriors and Belts of Honorious to help other people, that's sowing good seed. And these guys, I want to give them time so you can laud their praises and. Give them time that we can really recognize each one and thank them for helping us out. Because without sponsors, ticket sales is good, but without sponsors to get that foundation for the promotion, it's tough. It's tough just to depend on ticket sales, and I want to give them the full time. Now, if somebody wants to contact Enlightened Warriors, either they have a child that wants to be involved, or they would like to donate either equipment or time or money, how would they go about getting in touch with that program?
They could definitely look us up online on Facebook, the Belts of Honorious page, and there's contact information there. Can always shoot us a message. My phone's always open if you wanted to give me a call. But, probably on Facebook is the easiest way to catch one of us. We're on there all the time. I mean, our social media is going all the time, whether it be for sponsors or the fighters. We're constantly doing updates, and it's pretty fast to get in touch with us there.
Well, good deal. Let's go into a hard break so we can come back. This next segment, let's give our sponsors their due, because again, that's where the magic happens.
Absolutely.
To get this, that's the background, and those guys need some. We need to give them their praises. So let's head into a break. It's at the top of the hour. It's 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's midnight out on the East Coast. It's only 9 o'clock on the West Coast. Thanks for joining me. You're listening to the Armed Radio Global Network. I'm Mike Allen, and this is On the Air. We'll be back after these messages.
Was a little nappy-headed boy.
Whether building, expanding, or remodeling, the name in site work is Savino Contracting. Experts in demolition, excavation, sewer and septic tank installation, and site prep. Get in touch on Twitter at Savino Contract or call 508-989-0969 or email to evsavino@yahoo.com. Savino Contracting has what it takes to get the job done.
Do you want to be healthy, happy, and fit? Are you tired of being tired and looking to improve your lifestyle? Well, Fitvation.com is for you. It's a site full of useful tips and articles about fitness, health, and beauty for both men and women. They also do some really useful equipment reviews. So no matter what you need to boost your fitness, Fitvation's got it. Check it out, because you matter.
Hey you, sitting in front of your computer dreaming that you could be paid to play games. Now it's possible. Start making money today playing new video games. How would you like to sit in the comfort of your own home, play and test games, eat pizza, drink soda, and get a nice big fat paycheck at the end of the month? This is a perfect opportunity for gamers, students, or someone that just doesn't have the time to commute to a dead-end part-time job, or for anyone who wants to sit in their pajamas and work from home. Join now, risk-free. Start your 7-day trial today at www.gamingjobsonline.com. That's www.gamingjobsonline.com. Game now.
The high cost of cable TV has led many people to wonder whether there's a better way to get access to the best HD programming. Driven Communications is a national satellite retailer that makes it easy to switch over to satellite from cable as quickly and inexpensively as possible. For a free limited-time consultation on how we can address all your HD needs, call us today at 1-800-686-5984. That's 1-800-686-5984.
Glastic water bottle, a shatterproof glass water bottle. It's great for any liquid because everything tastes best in glass. A leak-proof lid you can close and toss on the couch without worry. Chances are it won't ever break, but if it does, no worries. The glass is safely contained inside a protective outer shell so you won't have a dangerous mess to clean up. You can safely remove the broken glass and get replacements. Go to GlasticWaterBottle.com to get your very own Glastic bottle today. That's GlasticWaterBottle.com. GLASSTIC waterbottle.com. What are you waiting for?
Introducing Fast Locksmith, a locally owned mobile locksmith service providing 24 hours assistance in the Washington, D.C. area. We have very affordable prices and our customer service is amazing. Our service includes house, commercial property, office, automotive lockouts, safes, and more. Call today to get a quote at 888-959-8984 or visit us online at fastlocksmithdc.com. That's fastlocksmithdc.com.
Wow, that tiger lily on your shoulder has amazing colors.
Thanks. I just got this tattoo a week ago.
What? No way. That tattoo looks totally healed. My tattoos never looked that great after a week. What did you use on it?
It's not what I used on it, it's what I used in it.
Now you're just making fun of me. What do you mean in it?
Tattoo Rick told me that it's not only what you put on your tattoos, it's what you put in your body that also affects your tattoos.
Great. Another thing I have to change about my diet.
No, nothing like that. I take the tattoo pill.
Really? There's a pill for tattoos?
Yeah, it's called a tattoo pill. It's packed with 30 vitamins and minerals that your body needs to help operate at ideal level. It helps me before, during, and after my tattoo. Great thing is, it's made here in the United States from all natural ingredients. And for people like me that are vegetarians, the tattoo pill comes in a veggie capsule and is gluten-free.
Okay, you got me. Where do I get this tattoo pill?
TheTattooPill.com.
TheTattooPill.com?
Yes, all one word, TheTattooPill.com.
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on ARM Radio, home of the big guns.
All right, welcome back to the show. I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to On the Air with me, live on the GlassTech's Celebrity Hotline, Max Madina, who's in charge of the marketing for Belts of Honorious, because anytime you put on a promotion, anytime, especially amateur and nonprofit, where you're trying to put stuff together to help others, you need the help of the community. And businesses in the community have stepped forward, and, in return, they get recognized. And they get to put their advertisement up at the event. And right now, we are going to recognize all the businesses that have helped us out in Belts of Honorious. So please welcome back Miss Max Madina. Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max, yeah. I've got to have my name, too.
Good deal. So who's helping us out? Who's some of our sponsors?
Well, we have... La Quinta has, we've given them the exclusivity of being our number one sponsoring hotel brand, and it's just been amazing. There's actually 16 locations in the Austin area, and rather than having, different off-brand hotels, sponsoring, they decided to pull together to do this. So between them, they're able to sponsor every time we put on a fight. So it's really amazing the way they've come together for that. We're really appreciative of them. For this round, we have Melissa over at Georgetown, and I'm naming our GMs here. Trishelle over at Round Rock was amazing today. We had a last-minute need for a hotel, and she came through for us. And Shay was actually out with us in February, and she's located at Southwest at Mopec. And then we also have Medina at Lakeline. So we've got 4 sponsoring hotels this time around, which is 2 more than we had in February. So we're really excited about that. They've been just so amazing at accommodating all of our fighters. Their customer service is impeccable. So we're really glad that they're going to be coming out to the event as well. Our last 2 hotels came out to the event. They had a blast. I mean, they brought their kids, their family, some friends, and they just had such a great time. So we're definitely about building the experience with this, like Nael mentioned. We want to give an incredible experience to everybody. So every fight we're putting on, we're adding more to it, and it's only going to get better as we go. For this one in particular, we have some fire spinners that are coming out, which is going to be awesome. So
now, fire spinners, is that the with the? Explain what that is.
It's putting on, basically, they're like twirling, and they put on an artistic performance with fire, with the batons, and there's different ways they do it, but it looks awesome. It looks really awesome. We have some pictures posted on our social media sites, and our artistic artist that's coming out is Liz Electro. So that's going to be really awesome. We're going to have that going on during the breaks in between the fights.
So in between, okay. So it's not going to be like a presentation before the whole event. It's actually going to be between the fights. They're going to come in and spin fire.
Yes, we have a stage just above the cage, so we want to be able to, be entertaining the entire time.
All right, I got to take this note down then. Hold on. Make sure to remember alcohol-free hair gel. Got it. All right, we're good. That's going to be...
Yeah, fire extinguisher. There you go.
Well, that sounds very cool. Very cool. Now, most of the fights are going to be women. Is that correct?
We do have a lot of women fighters out there. I'm really excited about that because, more power to them.
And something I just want to throw out there before we go on to the rest of our sponsors, talking with Miss Max Madina, who's in charge of media for Belts of Honorious. Nael is one of the only promoters who, when the ladies are fighting, in between each round, you have a ring girl in a bikini.
Right, yeah.
He's got ring guys for the gals.
I love it. Love it. They deserve that.
Yeah, they do deserve it.
They earned it.
They deserve a little eye candy up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Good guys too, and all our ring girls and ring guys are quality folks, and they really do a great job, and it really adds to the atmosphere, because that's a tradition of fighting. That's a tradition of boxing, and a tradition of this is the ring girl that walks around with the different rounds, and that's pretty cool.
Right.
So who else we got? La Quinta in. Who else in the fire twirlers? Who else we have?
We have our sponsoring after party venue is coming back for round 2. It's the Madison, and they entertain high guests constantly throughout the year. They're very well connected, so even you want to go down there and mingle anytime, they've always got something exciting going on down there. One of the, and I mentioned this last time, but one of the partnering owners is also a movie producer and original MMA fighter, Federico Limpenda. And he's one of the first guys responsible for pioneering the worldwide MMA movement. So we're super excited to be a part of this network.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so everybody that we bring in, I mean, they either absolutely love the sport or they've never been to an event, and so when they get there, they just have an amazing experience, like Shay, one of our La Quinta guests that came out last time with her family. I mean, they just had a blast. But we like having people like that on the team, because there's a lot more passion, and it adds so much more to what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
And some of our other sponsors, let me mention real quick, for the Madison on 5th.
And that's for the after party, correct?
We have a VIP after party, and so that's going to be after the fight from 10 to 11 o'clock. They're going to have a special for the $3 wells, and so everybody should, make it out there to enjoy that. They were amazing at hosting our fighters last time. I mean, they got bottle service, and when I walked in, I was surprised. I thought, okay, yeah, we're going to put something out there for the fighters, a few drinks. No, he had a huge tray full of like 6 or 7 different types of vodkas, and they were just amazing. He's a great host. Adam Henninger is the owner down there, and he's just fabulous. So anytime, go check them out online. I know that if you book a birthday party and reserve a bottle service reservation, they'll give you a complimentary bottle of champagne for birthday reservations. They're just really awesome people.
And that's down on 5th, then what?
It's on 5th Street. It's downtown.
Is that like 5th and Trinity, 5th and...
I would have to look that up. Okay. Last time, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, no worries.
I had a chauffeur that I was in the limo.
That's right.
So I was not paying attention to that part.
Actually, the Ferocious one is sending me messages now, and she goes, she knows where the Madison is.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Well, she's listening. She's talking about, as we talked earlier, her husband actually is fighting this time, and she's taking a break because she had just had a fight 2 weeks ago, so she's recovering. So she will not be fighting this weekend. So she'll be taking a break and watching her husband. How cool is that? Husband and wife team.
I know.
Can you imagine, you take out the trash? No, you take out the trash. All right, it's on. Ding, ding. You tap out, you take out the trash.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, she met the fights. I thought maybe she knew where the the Madison, it's downtown on 5th Street, and I think it's right off of, I want to say it's off of Natchez, between Natchez and Trinity.
307 West 5th, yeah.
307 West, so that would be 5th and San Antonio. Actually, I used to work downtown.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was downtown. I was a bike cop downtown for a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Should have stayed down there. I'd be in better shape. Probably still be a police officer if I'd have stayed.
Well, I'm sure Nael can hook you up with some gyms that he could refer to.
Well, right now I am a little heavy. I've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit, but I've been doing yoga and walking. Because I've got.
Yoga is really good for building core strength and.
Well, I'm mostly using it for weight loss.
Awesome.
And I'm watching what I put in my body too. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm cutting back on the alcohol. I'm watching what I put in my body, but I've gotten to the point now where that's where I have to start and I have to work myself back into running and actually going to a gym and lifting anything because I don't want to. I'm too old to pull something or break something.
Well, I got to tell you, ever since working with this group, it keeps me motivated to stay in shape. I don't like showing up and everyone else is looking great.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you make sure that you're looking good before you get there.
Yeah, well, I've when I was
to keep up.
When I was in the pro wrestling circuit, I think he meant it as a compliment. But I took it kind of as something else. He said, Mike, when you get in the ring and you're twice as big as the wrestlers, and the heel is walking around and giving you the business, and you're acting, you're putting him over, and you're acting scary. It's just not really believable when you're twice the size. I'm like, okay, point taken. Got to slim down a little bit. So who else do we have that's helped us out?
Okay, so we have The Joint, and I know that they provide chiropractic care. They sponsor all of our fighters and coaches.
And
so everybody's usually...
and they're at the event, and they're actually taking care of the fighters when they get done, huh?
Yeah, they're awesome. They're really awesome.
Yeah, I met him last time. He's a very nice guy. The guy, the Joint, the guy that runs The Joint.
Yeah, at The Joint, yeah. We have Empower Workouts is another sponsor. True Colors, there's a paint stripping company. And they're a deaf sponsor also because we have Deaf Nation that we translate all of these live events for the deaf. So we have a whole section close to the cage where we have, an audience full of deaf people and someone there translating with sign language. So we're the first ones to do that. It's really awesome.
And now, is that because one of the fighters who came up through Belts of Honorious, who's now moved on to the pro ranks, was himself from the hearing impaired population, the deaf grappler?
Sure is.
Deaf grappler Scott.
Right.
Who's moved on, and now we've got a whole fan base.
But exactly, and it's amazing though. I mean, he's moved on, but he's left quite an impression on the whole sport. So that's awesome.
He was a ferocious fighter. I actually was going to go see him fight live, and his pro promotion, got postponed. I think till May. They're going to have theirs. So, all right. So who else do we have?
We do. We also have, Deaf Nation as a sponsor. And, of course, Nettie Brown, the venue that we're going to be at.
Great food, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to dinner tomorrow night after the weigh-in.
Nice. We've got T-shirt Rick. We've got Woo Gear. We've got Honor Fight Gear. So we've got several people on board, and it's constantly expanding. I mean, we've got some more companies and even bigger companies. We've got a rep from Adidas. We've got different companies looking at us right now, and some of them are coming out to check out the event this Friday. So we're just really hoping to give everybody an amazing experience, give them some good memories, allow them to come to the after party so they can hang out with the fighters, get signatures and take pictures with them and mix and mingle.
Very cool. Well, it's a fun promotion. I think you guys do a great job. Like I said, I've been around a lot of the independent wrestling promotions, and there's only a couple that I've seen do it right. One of them is in town, and we're going to have them on actually this weekend. They have their events. It's a full weekend. I got Friday night, Thursday and Friday nights, Belts of Honorious. Saturday night is an indie wrestling promotion. I'm going to go check them out. And then Sunday night's another one. So I got a full weekend.
Right, you sure do.
Well, good deal. Is that all our sponsors?
That's all of our sponsors, and I just want to mention what we're trying to do, because we don't. Let me just say that the key strategy that we're trying to create here is an amazing culture of business networks as well that all benefit from each other. So when they're sponsoring, we make introductions to each other. So in addition to our Belts of Honorious massive advertising and marketing efforts that we have going on, each sponsoring business directly benefits from the inner circle of referrals that we're creating with a very top-notch knit group of businesses and companies. So we've got professionals coming out there too. We're going to have a group of lawyers that are coming out and to the fight on Friday. And basically that allows them, when we meet each other, I help them, meet each other, shake hands, and allows them to all work within each other's own networking circles. So they're able to create like interchangeable loyal customers, able to solidify, excellent business relationships. So that's just another way we want to, in our deep gratitude to our sponsors, just be able to give them the very best. I've offered to the La Quinta hotels, too, that are sponsoring for this round, and for the ones that did in February, we want to bring in our life coach and work with them and their staff on creating, an amazing culture within their own company to
better their company. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So this is definitely not just about us. It's about everybody meeting, shaking hands, interacting with each other, getting business referrals through each other. And then, of course, I've offered to help them with their marketing if they have any questions or need tips. So looking forward, future-wise here, I'm also going to probably be doing some, before each of the fights, and that 2-month time frame that we have in between, getting together with these businesses and doing some marketing meetings and, like I said, working with our life coaches or whatever, helping them to build some of their weak points to, level things out a little bit better for them so they can all, if they're doing well and they're sponsoring, then we're doing well. So it's always about helping the other person out.
Well, that's, that's successful businessing. That's just being a successful business is, networking.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how you get ahead. You can't do it alone. You gotta do it with each other. So, well, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I'm not going to hold you any longer because I know you've been up working hard, and we still have some more to do. We got the weigh-in tomorrow night.
Sure do.
And I'll be there.
Awesome. Okay.
And we'll have us on again after the event to talk about the winners and all that kind of stuff, and like I always do. And, appreciate you helping Nael out with what you do. Big time.
Thank you so much for having us on. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. All right. Well, are you going to be there tomorrow?
I absolutely will be there.
We'll see you tomorrow night, ma'am.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. That was Max.
Have a good night.
Hey, you too. That was Max Madina on the Glass Tech Celebrity Hotline. She is the marketing guru behind all that is Belts of Honorious, and she has done a fantastic job to all the sponsors that we just went through and talked about. Thank you so much for helping us out. But we're going to take a break, folks. We're heading into the home stretch. When we come back, I'm going to have my comments about what's going on out in Nevada. We'll talk a little bit about that. If you would like to tweet into the show about anything that we've talked about or just like to give us a little shout out, go to Twitter, add me, follow me, at Mike Allen Sports, hashtag it, Armed Radio. And I'll see it, and I'll read it. Right here on the Armed Radio Global Network. I'm Mike Allen, and you are on the air. We'll be right back after these messages.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street. Check our website at route106motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. route106motors.com.
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit buylimitlessenergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's buylimitlessenergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. buylimitlessenergy.com. That's buylimitlessenergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Want to lose weight, gain energy and performance, age more youthfully, or enhance your skin at the cellular level? Then Isogenics is for you. Simply take a portion of your grocery budget and put it towards your health. I understand life gets busy, but there is no better time to pursue your health goals than with Isogenics today. Barry Oxford would like to set up an appointment with you to answer any questions and help you better understand why Isogenics and why now. Please visit his website at www.barryoxford.isogenics.com. That's BARRYOXFORD.ISAGENIX.com to either buy products or sign up. Save 33% if you act right now. This message brought to you by Barry Oxford, your Isogenics independent associate.
Get the most out of your productions by getting your music mixed and mastered by Subtrash Studios. We only use professional-grade equipment to ensure your songs sound the best it can. Come see how we can help at subtrashstudios.com. That's subtrashstudios.com.
This is Jason Merrill from the John and Jay Show every Tuesday nights at 11 Eastern on Live 365 Radio, home of the big guns.
All right, folks, welcome back. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network. If you've just tuned in or if you just started listening, don't just end it with my show. We've got a whole lot of other shows out there that are fantastic to listen to, very entertaining. I listen to them. Matt Hazley is a pro golfer. He's got his own shows Mondays and Fridays. They start at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and he's had some great guests on. 911 conspiracy theorists. He's had some folks on talking about golf. He talks about golf. Very entertaining, very insightful. And you can get, tune in. Mondays and Fridays, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mondays is when we kick this whole thing off. It's our fullest day, really. And that's when I start out at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 7 a.m. out there in the East Coast. So about your second cup of coffee. And then out on the West Coast, man, you're hardcore. You get up that early, you tweet me. I will send you a T-shirt. I will send you a Mike Allen T-shirt that I don't even have yet. I'll make one specifically for you if you roll out of bed at 4 a.m. in the morning to listen to me on Monday Morning Brew. At 6 a.m. Central. It's like 4 a.m., 3 a.m. out there on the West Coast. Might have to do a replay for you guys. I might be asking a little bit too much. Tuesday night, Talk Time with Villanisma starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with the John and Jay Show, brand new. Rolling it out at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's 9 p.m. Central. Then Wednesday night, you're listening to me now. I come on back next Wednesday. 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's 11 out on the East Coast, and it's only 8 o'clock on the West Coast, man. You guys can swing that, especially if you guys are in the fight crowd. We have guys like Nael Chavez come on all the time. If you're a promotion out there, you want me to talk about your promotion, want to come talk about your fighters, we're nationwide. We have no borders here. We're all over the place. So give me a call. We'll get you on the show. We'll promote your show. Absolutely. Love to do it. Thursday, Talk Time with Valenissima is back on the air. She starts out at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. The Night Talk with Joe Rocks with his sidekick, The Doug. And we're talking about his ongoing infatuation with Valenissima. That little belle from Trinidad and Tobago, who comes on right before they do. And then Friday night, Matt sends us home. Sends us home at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 p.m. Eastern. 8 o'clock was at 9, 8, 7, 6 o'clock out on the West Coast. And we'll close your weekend down. Send you off for the weekend right. So that's a whole lineup of shows. And you know we got more shows coming. We just came out of a production meeting today. And we got more shows coming. I mean, Armed Radio Global is global. And this is going to be the place to be online to listen to quality, entertaining radio. Because we don't really have, we're not tied in with anybody here. You know, it's not like Fox News where they're tied into the Republican Party, or MSNBC where they're tied into the Democrats, or some off-the-wall, I don't know, some off-the-wall stuff that folks are tied into a political genre. We're not. We're wide open. Wide open. Come on, talk about anything you want. If you'd like to be a guest on my show, contact me at MikeAllenSports@gmail.com. I know it says sports. I talk about a lot of sports, especially in the fall. We got the draft coming up this weekend. So we're going to have Monday morning is going to all be about the draft, who got picked first. And if you'd like to come on the show and talk to me about it, come on the show. Matter of fact, contact me on Facebook or contact me on Twitter. Like me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you. We can exchange information. I'll get you on the phone. You can come on and talk to me about the draft. That's 6 a.m. in the morning. That's before you even go to work. Sit down with a cup of coffee, pick up your phone, call me. Get on the show. Talk worldwide. Talk nationwide. We're all over the place. Talking about everything. So, and then and when we're not talking, you got the best music. From the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. I know it says 70s, 80s, and 90s on the thing, but he does a lot of 60s music, too. I kind of dig it, personally. It's all eclectic. It's all over the place. But it's fun to start it up and listen to it at your place of business if you got that. Instead of paying for, what do they call it, the music tones or Muzak to play in your office, play Armed Radio Global. Saw some great music, friendly music, and our advertisers will like it, and you can even advertise with us, too. So very cool. Belts of Honorious. Tomorrow night's weigh-in is going to be at 5 o'clock down at the Nutty Brown. Come on down and see us. That's open to the public, so you can get a kind of a taste of who the fighters are going to be and check them out as they weigh in and get to meet us. It's very, very formal, but it's very personal. You can meet folks and meet your fighters. And Friday night, it's throwdown time. Bell time, 6 p.m. They start on time, folks. They don't roll. They don't mess around. It's not like it's bell time 6 and they might get around to it about 7:30. 6 o'clock, that bell rings. I walk into the octagon. I put the mic to my lips, and we're gone. We're done. We're done talking about it. Now it's time to throw down. And these fighters, and we've talked about it a little bit, but just let me put this into perspective for you. These fighters, every day they have jobs because they're amateurs. They don't get paid to do this. They do this for the love of the sport. Some of them want to be professionals later, but right now they got jobs. They got to go to jobs, just like us, just like everybody else. 9 to 5, some own businesses. The Mallet family, Jason and Fatima, their parents got kids. And we're not talking about kids like 14 and 15-year-olds where they can take care of each other. They got kids. Kids where they gotta get babysitters lined up, or one's got to work out and the other one doesn't, and so they got to shuffle all that around. They make time to do it, and it really you have to have a lot of respect for somebody that does that. Hours in the gym, the diet, the discipline, getting ready for a fight, going into the weigh-in, making weight. all the things that you worry about, with all that, to get into an octagon for maybe 9 minutes. That is amazing to me. And you know, I'm sitting here, I'm overweight. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I'm overweight. I used to be a wrestler. I used to be a bike cop downtown, riding 14, 15 miles a night. You know, I can get that back again. The only thing that's holding me back is the want to. And really, with anybody, if you're out of shape, if you're sitting out there right now and you're out of shape, it's like, oh, well, I can never get in that shape. You're right, because you just said it. You just claimed it. What you need to do is get up and start walking. You just start going. That's what I've done. I feel a lot better. My bones are starting to loosen up. My pinched nerves are starting to go away. Still overweight. But you know, it's. I didn't gain it overnight. It's not going to go away overnight. No magic pill, no shakes, none of that stuff's going to do it. I just put good stuff in and walk. I got a German Shepherd. She loves to walk. That dog will walk forever. So we go walk, and we go walking, and I do yoga. And if you've never done, if you're laughing at me because I'm a guy and I'm doing yoga, you've never done yoga, because it'll straight kick your butt. Straight kick your butt. Matt says something about a Bridgestone hat. I have no idea what that means. Maybe if he calls me, he can explain the Bridgestone hat, because I have no idea. You call me on my phone. Call in the Glass-Steak Celebrity Hotline. Matt Hazley, our host, a big golfer. He sent me a couple of golf hats, my new golf hats, by the way. We will golf together someday, him and I. And I will show him exactly how bad I am. I'm not good. It's ugly. It's absolutely ugly. It's atrocious. Well, I'm excited about it. I'm going to go in for my haircut and get my beard trimmed up real nice. It's got a little shaggy. I grew it out so I could have something for the barber to work with. I got enough to curl my mustache. I'm going to be looking good. Got my tux all ready. It's in the cleaners, picking it up Friday morning. I'm good to go, man. I'm ready. I am ready. Because I'm excited to go enjoy the fruits of their labor. And pay honor to them with my patronage of their sport. And in what I do in ring announcing, it's my job as a ring announcer to treat every single match like it's a championship match, to make the atmosphere, to make the crowd, to get the crowd into those, when those two combatants get in that ring, that everything that they've done up to that point was worth it. That's my only goal, is to make the atmosphere for those two combatants, when they get in there, they know that they're appreciated and that their efforts are appreciated and that their efforts going into the match are appreciated. And if I've done that, I've done my job. I'm looking forward to that big time. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a nice long break because we got a lot of sponsors. And if you'd like to be a sponsor here at Armed Radio Global, give us a call. We'll get you on here because we got room. We got room. And we got a lot of sponsors, a lot of folks helping us out. And move this around here. And move this down here. We're going to take a nice long break because I got to go get some to drink. And I'll be back. You've been listening to Armed Radio Global Network. I'm Mike Allen, and this is On the Air.
Route 106 Motors is the home of fine pre-owned vehicles. Experience a no-pressure sale with a family-friendly atmosphere. Route 106 Motors has been practicing the same simple philosophy of low prices for over a decade, and it has brought us great success. Recently, while other dealers are closing their doors, Route 106 Motors is expanding. We are a wholesale dealer, and we own the property and pay cash for all the vehicles. This allows us to sell to the consumer for a lot less than the average dealership. We are a high-volume, small-profit dealer, and we pass the savings on to you. New changes have been made at Route 106 Motors. Stop by and check out our brand-new building. Route 106 Motors, located at 569 West Street, Check our website at Route106Motors.com and be sure to like us on Facebook to find out about all the latest deals and savings opportunities. Route106Motors.com.
Hey, listen up. Are you tired of being tired? Looking for that extra boost? Do yourself a favor and visit BuyLimitlessEnergy.com to learn about limitless energy. That's BuyLimitlessEnergy.com for limitless energy. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. BuyLimitlessEnergy.com. That's BuyLimitlessEnergy.com. So stop wasting your life. Get limitless energy now.
Want to lose weight, gain energy and performance, age more youthfully, or enhance your skin at the cellular level? Then Isogenics is for you. Simply take a portion of your grocery budget and put it towards your health. I understand life gets busy, but there is no better time to pursue your health goals than with Isogenics today. Barry Oxford would like to set up an appointment with you to answer any questions and help you better understand why Isogenics and why now. Please visit his website at www.barryoxford.isogenics.com. That's BARRYOXFORD.ISAGENIX.com to either buy products or sign up. Save 33% if you act right now. This message brought to you by Barry Oxford, your Isogenics independent associate.
Get the most out of your productions by getting your music mixed and mastered by Subtrash Studios. We only use professional-grade equipment to ensure your songs sound the best it can. Come see how we can help at subtrashstudios.com. That's subtrashstudios.com.
Come join me, Matt Hazley, your host for Straight Talk, where we will take a journey into the deepest regions of your mind. Yeah, right. Nah, just kidding. Join me every Monday and Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where every topic is fair game. Only on ARM Radio, home of the big guns.
All right, welcome back. Well, I just found something that I'd like to address. You know, a lot of times in our schools these days we hear about bullies. We hear about folks, kids getting picked on. And I tell you, right, I don't understand the thought process of our society today. I just don't get it. Because when I was growing up, what my dad taught me how to deal with a bully is 1, walk away. 2, if he follows you, then he deserves everything you can give him. And that's what he taught me. Not to seek out violence, but if you need to put him in his place, and if you lose, you keep going back till you win. He'll get tired of you after a while. I don't know how many times I went back, 2, 3 times. And finally, I just got the better of him. But there's a school, Zeman Elementary School in Lincoln, Nebraska, sent home a flyer outlining how they should handle bullies. The instructions were apparently deemed so ridiculous by parents that the school district quickly issued an apology, and the inaccurate information was pulled. Let's go through some of these. Rule number 1. Refuse to get mad. Anger is a feeling we have toward our enemies, not our buddies. When you get angry, you are treating them like they're an enemy. Besides, if a bully finds out he or she can get you angry, you become their puppet, and the bully controls you. Rule number 2, treat the person who is being mean as if they're trying to help you. What? No matter how insulting or mean they may sound, be grateful and think that they really care about you. This does not mean you have to believe what they tell you. Rule number 3, don't be afraid. Fear is something we feel towards enemies, not buddies. When you are afraid, you are treating the bully like an enemy. If you are afraid, you automatically putting the bully in the stronger position, and you automatically lose. And since the bully wants you to keep winning, they will continue to doing things to make you feel afraid. Rule number 4, do not verbally defend yourself. We defend ourselves from enemies, so we are treating the other person as an enemy, not a friend. When one person attacks the other, that person is the defender. The attacker is in a stronger position, so the defender is automatically the loser. If we defend, we lose. What the hell? I got to keep going. I have never read something so crazy in my entire life. Do not attack. We attack enemies, not friends. If I attack you back, I'm treating you like an enemy, so the bully will return and treat you like an enemy. Well, he's already treating you like an enemy. He's being a bully. It takes two people to fight, so let the person who retaliates or responds who actually starts the fight. So if somebody's picking on you and you retaliate, you're starting the fight, according to this flyer from the Zeman Elementary School in Lincoln, Nebraska. If someone physically hurts you, just show you are hurt. Do not get angry. If someone hurts you, you want them to feel sorry and apologize. If you get angry, they won't feel sorry. This is what the problem is with our country right now. Do not tell on bullies. The number one reason bullies hate their victims is because the victims tell on them. Telling makes the bully want to retaliate. Tell an adult only when a real injury or crime, theft of something valuable, has occurred. We would keep our friends if we wouldn't. Would we keep our friends if we tattled on them? What the? Rule number 8, don't be a sore loser. No one likes a sore loser. But when you play with someone who gets all upset when they lose gracefully and be a good sport. Kids will like you better. Rule number 9, learn to laugh at yourself and not get hooked by put-downs. Make a joke out of it or agree with the put-down. For example, if you think I'm ugly, you should see my sister. You're right, and it's going to get worse. I know that for... Okay, that's enough. I don't know who put this together, but I will tell you that this is one of the reasons why our nation is being pussified. I don't understand parents who go to the school and demand that their children, because you're embarrassing the kid, and demand that their kids be protected by the school or get mad at the school if their kids get picked on. I don't understand those parents. I don't get it. If you have a child and you're raising that child to grow up to be able to stand on his own and defend himself and be respected, then do not follow these rules that I just read. If a bully is picking on you, walk away. If he follows you or she follows you, then she deserves everything she gets or he gets. I always try to take the high road. That's just being smart. But if they're on you and they won't leave you alone, make them leave you alone. That's the only thing a bully understands is a bloody nose. It's the only thing they understand. And you bloody their nose one time, you stand up for yourself, you're going to gain that kid's respect. Oh, but we don't want to fight. We don't want to. We don't want to what is that? Promote violence. Well, guess what? The world is violent. The world is violent. And you can't hide from it. You know, I've gotten bullied in my life. I mean, I pick my fights. Sometimes it's just not worth it. Sometimes I walk away. Whatever. And I walk away and I'll ignore that guy. Or I'll ignore the situation because, in the long run, I'm a better man for that. But if you put me in a corner and you keep pecking at me and pecking at me and pecking at me, trying to get a reaction, pretty soon you're going to get a reaction. And if that's starting the fight, then I'll start the fight. Well, we got a phone call coming in from Iowa. Hey, welcome to the Glass Stick Celebrity Hotline, the host of Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. He's on every Monday and Friday night. Mr. Matt Hazley, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, Mike?
Well, did you hear these rules that I just read?
I heard some of them that were a little out there. I was just like,
okay, you've got a son, right?
I have two of them. Matter of fact,
you have two sons.
I had one who was getting bullied in high school, and I told him to stand up for himself. I told him, I said, you're a flipping black belt. I said, go. This kid touches you, make him think that he never wants to ever touch you again. I said, I have no problem you defending yourself from somebody doing something like that, or doing anything to you. He actually, the one kid was being I don't want to say jerk off, but yeah, he pushed him down a flight of stairs, and there's like 18 steps. He went head first down the stairs. Could have broke his neck. And I told him, I said, don't ever let him touch you. Well, but my littlest son, who's 8, is being picked on. He's in 2nd grade. He's being picked on by a 5th grader, and this kid just will not leave him alone. He picks on everybody on the bus. And I said, I'll tell you what. I said, if he goes to, he's a blue belt in Taekwondo, and I tell him, I said, if he goes to touch you, defend yourself. I said, if he goes to talk to you, just ignore him. I said, he's trying to get you to get reaction out of you, and that's why he keeps, giving you crap. But if he touches you, defend yourself. I said, you know how well enough to defend yourself. Kick him right in the jewels, and he won't ever mess with you again.
Well, when I brought my son up, it was the same thing. It's like bullies you walk away from, and if they follow you, you don't back down.
Oh yeah,
you got to stand up for yourself.
That's
you can't just roll over and take it.
Otherwise, because if you keep backing down, he's going, hey, this is easy prey. I'm going to keep picking on him. Well, when you got a 5th grader picking on a 2nd grader, that's a little bit different. 8 years old, the kid doesn't have a lot to defend himself over a 5th grader. Kid's going to be twice his size.
I bet you that 5th grader's never been in a fight. He's picking on kids in 2nd grade.
I told
one good elbow to the nose. That's all it take.
Well, I tell you, you ought to see his roundhouse kick. He could roundhouse kick this kid right in the head and just drop him. He's got a roundhouse kick that you wouldn't believe. He kicks me. I'll be walking through the house, and all of a sudden it's like getting, you ever remember the old Kato, where he'd come flying out of the fridge and stuff?
Yeah.
On Inspector Clouseau, that's about what it is, You go walking through the house, and all of a sudden come flying sidekick out of out of nowhere, or he'll be hiding behind the door, and come jumping out and attack you. Yeah, it's pretty much that way through my house.
Well, I tell you, just got done talking to the promoter of Belts of Honorious. We're having a big event here this Friday. It's a huge event. It's going to be about 4,000 people there. It's going to be big. He's as long as I've known Nael, he's always we're right down to the wire. Every one of his shows every one of his events. I hate to call them shows because they're events. Every one of his events have been sold out. They're standing room only, and it's just packed. This amphitheater that we're in is huge. It's huge. They got Willie Nelson plays this place, so it's going to be packed. It's going to be awesome. But one of the things that we were talking about is his program, his after-school program called Enlightened Warriors. And one of the things Enlightened Warriors does is teaches these kids respect. It teaches them discipline, self-discipline, honor, confidence. And one of the things we've talked about in the past is the guys who are bullies don't come from these classes. And the guys that you see that are boxers and fighters, those aren't the kids that are going to be out picking fights with kids. You know, they're the ones who are going to have the self-discipline to stand up for themselves if they need to, but to not fight them. Or defend those who are getting beat down. And, you know...
Yep, those are the kids that learn the right way. Yep, they learn how to be a...
You know, one of my proudest moments is when another parent told me about my son standing up for somebody and standing between a bully and somebody and saying, no, you can't do that. You know, not on my watch. And,
yeah, it's sad to see anymore nowadays. You see these kids that, you know, that they don't do anything and they don't stand up for themselves and they get bullied for years and nobody knows about it because they hide it from their parents and stuff. And they hide, you know, where the kid, you know, the parent might be totally oblivious to it. And then the kid goes and commits suicide because of it. Because, you know, he's so distraught about it. He thinks it's, you know, I mean, at a young age, you know, we had one that was 12 that just committed suicide here.
Over bullying?
8th or 7th grade. We're not sure if she was bullied or not, but we've had multiple ones happen in this area for commit suicide for being bullied. I mean, it's just crazy. You know, people that they, you know, just would rather give up than you know than try to resolve the problem, or you know, and you know. Both of them were, two of them that died recently were young girls.
Yeah, that seems to be a trend. I mean, we had a very unfortunate suicide here locally a couple of years back, a high school, over a boy.
Yeah,
and I don't know if this is ever going to. I don't know if this is going to reach kids, teenage kids. I don't know who's listening, but if anybody's out there listening, and I just want to let you know, suicide is never the answer. Ever. No matter how bad it gets, hold on for one more minute. Call somebody. Call a friend. Take a walk. Whatever you're thinking of doing, suicide is not the answer. It's a permanent solution to a very temporary problem. I mean, I've been knocked down before. I didn't know this, but until recently, I was on a suicide watch. I have never, as bad as it got with whatever I was going through, never in my life did I ever think that suicide was the answer. Ever.
Yeah, I don't know why somebody gets to the point where they feel that that's their way out. There's got to be something else to resolve it. We had a little girl that she was a twin, and they were in 7th grade. Well, she'd been on a suicide watch. They told the family, do not leave her alone. Let her go home. Well, they went to church. She said she wasn't feeling good, so she stayed home. They found her at home. She hung herself. And I'm like, I had a kid who worked for me. He's now a paramedic. Works for the ambulance here, the local medic. He made the call. And I'm just like, 12. What is your problems at 12 become that great that you feel that you have to, that's the resort you need to go to? It's sad to see that. And like my son, he's being 8. He's being bullied. Yeah, I'd love for him to defend himself, but I got a feeling this kid's going to be bigger than him. Or I haven't seen the kid. I don't know him. But he's, 5th grade. He's 3 years older. He's going to be generally bigger in size. And I tell him, I said, defend yourself if you can, but if this keeps up, I'm going to talk to the principal, because I'll tell you what, nowadays, I don't want this to go. I mean, at least he's coming and telling me. That's a good thing. He comes home crying half the time because his kid gives him so much, just belittles him. And I'm trying, at 8 years old, it's hard to tell a kid to be tough and ignore it. They don't, it's a lot to them when somebody doesn't invite them up to a party or doesn't invite them to play kickball, you know? So,
yeah, but
you know, it's hard to tell an 8-year-old to be tough. Well, you know, you and I, somebody doesn't invite us, we're like, screw it, I didn't want to go anyway, you know, whatever. or if they, you know, if they call you some name, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, that really hurt me. You know, we don't think of it that way. We just kind of, you know, shake it off and go on. Where little 8-year-old kids, they think everything is, you know, it's happening now. It's all about them. It's only them. You know, God, if they don't like me, I'm not going to be able to make it through the day. And I'm like, relax, just don't worry about it. I said, when he tells you something, tell him he's a little bug, you know, and just flick it off your finger and just go back to what you're doing. Don't worry about him. Ignore him. And he's tried to do that, but this kid doesn't know when to stop. He just keeps going and going. And he doesn't pick on just him. He picks on a bunch of kids on the bus.
Well, we had a
big, you know,
I had a situation with my son where a kid who was older than he was, I think he was like 2 grades older. I think my son was maybe 10. This kid was 12 or 13. And I took him over to this kid's house. Knocked on the door. Kid's dad came to the door. I said, hey, you know, introduced myself. I said, apparently your son and my son aren't getting along. He said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, is your son home? And he said, yeah. I said, come on out. He says, all right, you two come on out here. It's all right, Alex. Kick his ass. My son looked at me, and I was like, well, win, lose, or draw. Let's get it over with. Because you're not going to come home crying to me about someone picking on you. And the other kid backed down. He said, no, I don't want to fight. Yeah, so hold on. You said you're going to kick my son's ass. Here's your opportunity. Kick his ass. And the dad was standing in the doorway. He's like me. And I'm sure he got on his son for bullying, because I got on my son. You don't bully kids that are smaller than you. But he was like, man, that's how I'd have handled it too. Let's do it. I had a kid that was bullying me in school, followed me all the way home. I walked in the house, and my dad looked at me and said, what are you going to do? I said, what do you mean, what am I going to do? He said, this kid follows you all the way home. Obviously, you got to go take care of business. So him and I went out in the front yard, and my mom and dad stood in the window. My mom was like, you need to go stop him. My dad's like, nah, win, lose, or draw. He's got to go. He's got to stand up for himself. And we went at it, and I won. I was surprised.
Yeah, when I was, I don't know how old I was, but I was probably maybe 14, 15. And neighbor kid that lived down the street from me, I remember his name is Kurt. We were having a snowball fight or whatever, and I hit him with a good snowball. Well, he come up to me and he grabbed me by my collar. And I said, get your hand, what are you doing? And he was like, and his dad's right there and his mom was right there, and he goes, and that's back then I wore glasses. Well, now, I had LASIK then. I don't wear glasses anymore, except for as cheaters to read now, but I don't need them for, golfing or distance or anything. But he says, his dad goes, you better take those off before you're going to knock them off. And I went, okay. I walked over, took my glasses off, set them down, and proceeded to beat the living crap out of his son. And it was like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And his mom and dad were right there, and they were like, he rolled over finally after I took him down, and it looked like an MMA fight. I was on top of him doing the ground and pound, and he was like rolled over onto his back. I punched him in the back of the head. I said, roll back over. And I didn't hit him that hard. And his dad goes, well, you can't hit him in the back of the head. That's not fair. And I'm like, hey, you don't want to fight. The guy started the whole thing, and I was like, I'm not a fighter. I'm not a guy that wants to get into fights like that. But when he grabbed a hold of me, I was like, all right, it's on. So, I told my sons, both of them, defend yourself if they're touching you. But, most of the time they got to just learn to walk away from verbal stuff. Because, nowadays, verbal stuff, that's when it starts to escalate. You see these kids now, you never know. They come out, you and I are both cops, we know. They don't fight with their fists anymore. Now they fight with guns.
Well, no, they fight with like 6 of their friends and they put it on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let me close out the show. Thanks for joining me, Matt. Your show is when now? Mondays and Fridays, 9 p.m. Central.
Fridays. You got it.
Straight Talk with Matt Hazley.
But I was gonna do you a favor here. If you got somebody that Monday morning, they get up at 6 o'clock, and they can tweet you at 6 o'clock in the morning. I got a bunch of hats that I was given by Bridgestone Golf. I'll give you one of those hats that you can give away to whoever tweets you, and it has to be on your show
during the show. Follow me on Twitter.
Yeah. Do it now.
So follow me on Twitter at Mike Allen Sports. Monday Morning Brew, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 7 a.m. Eastern and like 3 a.m. West Coast. But if you tweet me live on my show, you will get a Bridgestone golf hat from Matt Hazley, courtesy of Matt Hazley from Straight Talk.
There you go.
All righty.
You can't be here. All you got to do is stuff.
Well, thanks for joining me, Matt. We'll see you, I guess, Friday night. Well, I won't. I'll be at the event. You'll be here all alone.
Oh, you'll be busy. Yep.
I'll tweet you from the show.
What else?
All right. Thanks for joining me, Matt. Well, that's the show. We went a little over. I'm going to be on Monday morning with all the results of Belts of Honorious Cage of Athena. That's Friday night at the Nutty Brown Cafe. Bell time is at 6 p.m. and they start at 6 p.m. So get your tickets at cagetix.net. They are selling out right now. By tomorrow night, they might be gone. You might be out of luck. Might have to show up and get one from a scalper or something. Get in there. Great fights. 10 amateur MMA fights. As for me, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you to Nael Chavez and Max Madina of Belts of Honorious for joining me, and also to Matt Hazley helping me finish out the show, talking about bullying and other stuff. If you'd like to be a part of the show or even on the show, go ahead and send me a message. We'll promote your book. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about, even if you want to argue with me. I'm actually a pretty good arguer. This has been a presentation of Armed Radio Global, Studio 6 Entertainment, and Mike Allen Sports. Join us next week, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here for some more On the Air. I'm Mike Allen, and I'll see you next time.